You're listening to the Eat, Drink, Explore Radio Network.
Fabulous.
Live every Sunday with the very latest food, beverage, and travel trends.
Amazing.
Now here's the host of our show, Mr. Randall White.
All right, a very good Sunday Funday morning, everyone. Great to have you with us. You've arrived here for hour number 2 of the show today. I am your host, Randall White, and we are coming to you live from California's very warm Central Coast. This is where Californians come to talk about the very latest food, beverage, and travel trends, news and information that affects your lifestyle. Time. We want you to get the most out of your California lifestyle and to do it with a splash of panache. All right, joining me on the show today, a return visit from our very lovely and talented Patty Pyburn in the news seat. Patty, this will be the first week in a couple of months that I won't be reading the news today.
I know. Good morning, everyone.
Before we get to the news, though, let's talk about what's coming up on the program, Miss Pyburn. So I don't believe you've ever ridden the Skunk train, have you?
I have not.
So up in Mendocino County, and for all of our listeners, it is up. Sometimes
Yes.
I have to think about where that is. But up in Mendocino County, connecting the inland town of Willits, which is on the 101 corridor, all the way through the rugged mountains out to the coast, near Fort Bragg, is a rail line that takes you through some of the most beautiful virgin redwood territory that you can see, and you can't get to many of these spots by road. And so if you want to see it, you need to hop on this train, but it's been shut down for a good portion of this summer and late spring because one of the tunnels collapsed. And so they've reopened the tunnel. So we are having the Chief Skunk on the train. That's his name. That's his title, I should say. We're having the Chief Skunk on the train to talk a little bit about its history and those sorts of things. A little family connection that I have as well regarding my grandfather and his second wife. He proposed on the train. Leaned over and kissed her in one of those tunnels. It could have been the one that collapsed. I'm not sure. Then today is September 1st, so happy September, everyone. I do have to say that September, October, November are my 3 favorite months, so we're starting my favorite spell here in California. And one reason September is my favorite month is because it's California Wine Month. So that's pretty awesome. And then up next is this week's best travel deals with Travel Zoo's Gabe Saglia. All those stories straight ahead here on Eat, Drink, Explore Radio. But first, it is time to get the headlines from Miss Patty Pyburn. And I just got a text message from my sister who lives in Sonoma County, and she said, "Yay, Patty's back."
Hi, Sue. Sue, this is just for you from the Eat, Drink, Explore news desk on this Sunday morning. A glass of wine a day could help seniors battle the blues, according to a new study. Researchers in Spain looked at more than 5,500 men and women ages 55 to 80 and found those who drank moderate amounts of alcohol, mostly wine, had the lowest rates of depression. The most significant effect was seen in those who drank between 2 and 7 glasses per week. Yeah, participants had no history of depression, no alcohol-related problems prior to the study, and were closely followed for 7 years. And other factors such as smoking, diet, and marital status were also taken into consideration. Randall, we now know why your mom is such a happy lady.
I think she probably hits about that 2 to 3 glass mark right there.
She might be in that range.
Yeah. And so I think we've narrowed it down. You know, her nickname when I was growing up was Giggles. And so
that is very appropriate.
Yeah.
All right. Increasing the amount of fruit in your diet could help cut your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. An international study looked at the diets of 187,000 people in the U.S. and found those who ate at least 3 servings a week of blueberries, grapes, apples, and pears significantly reduced their risk. Now,
I don't eat a lot of apples or pears, but I do eat a lot of blueberries and grapes.
Yes, you make it up in that other category. But you know what? You could work in some apples.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Scientists also considered peaches, plums, and apricots. That is definitely in my menu.
Yeah, me too.
Bananas, cantaloupes, oranges, grapefruit, and strawberries, and did find benefits with eating those as well, but found the greatest effects with the first group.
Uh-huh.
Now, researchers suspect compounds known as ithocyanins could be behind the findings, and they have been shown to enhance glucose uptake in mice. Again, the fruits we're talking about, blueberries, grapes, apples, and pears.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Now, Patty, I realized when you slid in here, you asked me where the news begins.
Yes.
And I thought you were just giving me a sample story. There's actually a couple of other stories in there that I have to tell you on air. There's no other way for me to do this. But if you go farther up, starting with the Bay Bridge.
I was wondering, I said, well, where does it start? All right, here. So backing up a bit, Caltrans says all systems are back on track for Tuesday's opening of the new Bay Bridge Eastern Span. So it's all systems go. The bridge was shut down to traffic back on Wednesday night, forcing some 200,000 cars a day to find an alternate route between San Francisco and Oakland. Yikes. and on a holiday weekend, no less.
I know.
Construction crews are working to connect the new $6.4 billion single-tower suspension span to the tunnels on the Yerba Buena Island. The self-anchored suspension bridge is designed to last for 150 years and withstand the strongest earthquake predicted by scientists.
Oh, we hope so.
All right. And that rim fire that so many people have been keeping an eye on, it is now a staggering 222,000 acres burned. It is moving into the number 4 spot on the state's list of largest fires.
That's nearly 250,000 acres.
It's huge. It's larger than the size of New York City. The top 4, incidentally, have all been within the past decade.
Yeah, the top 4 largest fires in California history, now that the rim fire has moved into the number 4 slot, all within the past 10 years.
Yeah, and we had one here in our area. The Zaka fire is one of those.
Yes,
top
it is.
Fires. Now, CAL FIRE reports this morning crews have now have 40% containment on this fire. Winds overnight did create some new spot fires that crews will be addressing today. And investigators have yet to announce the cause of the rim fire. It started back on August 17th near Yosemite National Park, and we now know that it's actually moved into areas of the park. So... Okay.
So we mentioned earlier, Patty, that it is California Wine Month, today being September 1st.
There's a lot of things going on in this month.
There are. I like this one, National Breakfast Month, and we have learned...
I love breakfast.
So do I, sliding right into brunch. We've learned that eating breakfast is so important to have your big meal early, and a light dinner really goes a long way to heart health, they've been finding. So the late night snack, not good for you. The early morning chow down is. So
yeah, and ending your day with a big feast, although I'm all about that as well.
Right. Bookends.
Is not always the best choice if you want to be healthful.
National Honey Month. So
sweet.
Yeah. It's National Mushroom Month as well. And really like this one, National Organic Harvest Month.
Oh, really cool. And it's National Patty Pyburn's birthday month also.
That's right. When I first met Patty, she wouldn't tell us when her birthday is.
I know.
She's gotten better about that, though.
Yeah, Facebook kind of ruined it for me.
That's right. All right, Patty, is this heat going to stop? Here in San Luis, yesterday was just muggy and miserable. The studio's not all that cool today either.
It's not going to let up just yet. We are expecting a cool off, but you're going to have to wait at least another day or two before that starts to happen.
All right, stick around, everyone. We are talking travel. Right after the break, our good friend Gabe Saglia joins us from Travel Zoo with the top deals of the week. You definitely want to check this out. And then at the bottom of the hour, we talk about wine.
The award-winning Sunset Savor the Central Coast is once again set to highlight San Luis Obispo County this September 26th to the 29th. Many of your favorite events are returning to the lineup, as well as some new ways to play. Don't miss Sunset in the Vineyard on Saturday, September 28th at the Vina Robles Amphitheater. Start the night under a star-filled Paso Robles sky with a food and wine reception. Celebrity chef Michael Voltaggio will be on hand for a special book signing, and Grammy Award-winning Kobe Calais will perform her hit songs. Also new this year is the Savor Run, a 5 and 10K run or walk through downtown San Luis Obispo on Sunday, September 29th. A portion of your entry fee for this event helps rehabilitate local cancer survivors. For these events and more ways to play at this year's Sunset Savor the Central Coast, visit savorcentralcoast.com.
Hey, Central Coast locals, it is time to save 15% on your tickets to this year's Sunset Savor the Central Coast main event, Saturday and Sunday, September 28th and 29th. It's easy. Just visit savorcentralcoast.com, enter the promo code LOCAL during checkout, and voila, your savings are complete. This year's theme is Time to Play, so why not play at a discount while learning tips from top celebrity chefs, tasting some of the area's best local wines, as well as farm-to-plate culinary creations. Runners, you too can save an additional $10 on the inaugural Savor Run, a 5 and 10K walk run through downtown San Luis Obispo. Not only do you save money, but a portion of your entry fee also helps local cancer survivors with fitness programs. So do it now, before time runs out. You only have until the end of the month to cash in on these savings. Visit savorcentralcoast.com. Use the promo code LOCAL. See you at the main event. The Eat, Drink, Explore Media radio show you are currently enjoying is in a local affiliate commercial break. Live programming will return shortly. Did you know you can watch a live video simulcast of our Sunday morning and Thursday evening shows from your computer, smartphone, or tablet device? And to top it off, it's free. Simply head to eatdrinkexplore.com or download our free app from the Google Play or Apple App Store. If you have a suggestion for an upcoming guest segment, send an email to radio@eatdrinkexplore.com. We're always looking for fresh ideas, including yours. We love to share fresh, local, organic, seasonal, and sustainable ideas throughout the week. And the best place to find those are on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook feeds. Our username across the social networking universe is simple: Eat, Drink, Explore, all one word. Hey, college students, Eat, Drink, Explore Media is always looking for qualified journalism or marketing interns. Send us an email today so we can check your status and put you on the list for upcoming intern vacancies. Would you like to hear this Eat, Drink, Explore radio program on one of your local radio stations? Let the station know and contact us as well so we can get the ball rolling. Okay, you made it. The local affiliate commercial break is now over. Time for more informative and entertaining programming from Eat, Drink, Explore Media. Thank you for your patience.
You waited all week, and it's finally here. The Eat, Drink, Explore Weekly Travel Deals Extravaganza.
Yes, indeed. Great to have you with us, everyone, here on the Eat, Drink, Explore Radio Network. I am your host, Randall White, joined by the talented, vivacious Patty Pyburn.
Good morning.
Yes, and Patty, we've moved our travel segment.
Yes.
I got an email last week. Someone said, what? We tuned in and it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
I apologize.
Okay, alert. Travel
alert.
segment has been moved.
Yes, I wanted to give an extra minute of time to this segment because it seems like every week we run out.
You want to hear my prediction? We always run out of time on this segment because there's so much to talk about, and I predict we still will.
I know we will because we welcome Gabe Saglia to the show today. He is by far one of our, he joins us every month. The first Sunday of the month. Today happens to be also the first day of the month. Gabe with Travel Zoo. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, guys. Good to be with you on this holiday weekend.
Yes, that's right. Labor Day weekend to boot. And you have a long list of really great places. And I want to start, if we can, in what could be my favorite wine country town. And I'm specifically speaking of wine country up in the Bay Area, Calistoga.
Yeah, Calistoga. I've been there. It's one of the neat towns inside the Napa Valley. It's the balance of elegance and grit because you've got those beautiful wineries there. Then you got those thermal pools that people love to take a dip in. So
yeah, the mud baths and such.
That's right. So Mineral Springs, the Cottage Grove Inn. This is a beautiful private resort cottage tucked away in Calistoga. You get to stay in your own private cottage with a wood-burning fireplace, spacious bathroom with renovated bathrooms and a two-person jacuzzi tub, so lots of elbow room and beautiful scenery. This is for travel November through January, as well as select dates in September and October. So you could visit with this deal during the harvest season. $199 a night, down from more than $300 a night. And that comes with breakfast in the morning and my favorite thing to do in the afternoon, which is enjoy a wine and cheese reception.
Oh, yes,
cool.
indeed.
Gabe, I'm curious, where are you right now? Because you normally are somewhere cool and exotic.
Cool, like Carpinteria, California.
Oh, well, that's pretty
more exotic than that.
Well,
No,
you're lucky
yeah.
that you're lucky that you get to call that home.
That is true.
You're
No,
just a
it's,
stone's throw, Gabe, from one of the hotels on the list, which is the Hummingbird Inn in Ojai.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the neat thing is that Highway 150 connects Carpinteria and Ojai. It's about a 27-minute drive for me, and it's absolutely gorgeous as you drive by Lake Casitas up there. But, yeah, this is a place called the Hummingbird Inn, a little boutique place there in the heart of Ojai, short distance from East Ojai Avenue, which is where all the great little galleries and wine bars and where the Libby Bowl is, if you know the area.
Mm-hmm.
$89 a night with breakfast in the morning for travel
Wow.
through December. So now this is an example of how when the summer season begins to wind down, a lot of these great little boutique California towns go on sale, and this is a very nicely, highly reviewed property, the Hummingbird Inn.
And we know how nice the weather is this time of year. It's California's best kept secret. So what a bargain to experience Ojai, which I never think of as a bargain destination. So
Very cool.
By the way, we've also got a deal at the if you're a golfer, the Ojai Valley Inn and Spa, which is considered one of the top golf courses in the country. They've reduced their 18-hole feed from 186 to 89, and they're throwing in a gourmet beer at the end too. So if you happen to be in the area and want to enjoy the links that have been enjoyed by the likes of Bing Crosby and Kevin Costner and such, that might be the deal for you as well.
Nice deal.
Hey, Gabe, when people think of Coronado Island, they always think of Hotel Del, but there's
Yes.
another location there that's very nice and is offering a pretty good deal.
Yeah, so this is the Lowe's Coronado Bay Resort. These folks just finished a $12 million renovation. If you've driven that bridge over from downtown San Diego into Coronado and you pass by the Hotel Del, you keep going a little bit, and then you'll get to this beautiful 15-acre private peninsula. That's where this hotel is. Again, they've just renovated it. They've got a 81-slip private marina, 3 swimming pools. It's a great location if you want to enjoy that beautiful stretch of Coronado Island or downtown San Diego right across the bridge. Rates reduced by 40%, starting at about $114 a night for travel through December.
Wow, that's a great deal. Love Coronado Island. And you also have something for us in Beverly Hills as well.
Beverly Hills, yes. So, Los Angeles is finally now starting to see prices come down. This is a Sofitel Los Angeles at Beverly Hills Hotel. Now, if you know the Beverly Center in L.A., this literally right across the street there, the Sofitel. It's a beautiful 4-star hotel, very posh, very high-end. I stayed there once. You really feel like you're kind of swept away into a great little boutique property. But then you've got Third Avenue, and you've got the shopping center right across the way, Santa Monica, Melrose would there drive a short skip and a jump away.
Yeah, that's
So
the
great
heart
to
of it.
visit. Yeah, that's exactly right. So half off now, $199 a night for travel through Christmas Day, including weekends, by the way. So if you want just a little weekend getaway, they'll honor that rate as well, $199.
One thing I love about Los Angeles area hotels are the rooftop pools, and this one in particular does have one of those rooftop pools.
Nice.
Okay, just up the road from where you are and down the road from us here is the very quaint village of Solvang, and what a great time to visit Solvang. A lot of breweries have opened up in that area as well as all the wine tasting. Tell us a little bit about the Peterson Village Inn.
Yeah, this is a great little property. I was up there just a few days ago, actually. And a lot of people come up from L.A. and spend the night, a couple of nights in Solvang. The Peterson Village Inn, 4 Diamond bed and breakfast there in the. It's right on Mission, right on Highway 246 that cuts across downtown Solvang. Upscale and right in the middle of all that action, including, as you know, like a lot of the breweries, a lot of tasting rooms have popped up. I still love to visit the bakeries because there's nothing like a good old-fashioned Danish or Abel Skeever.
Oh, Abel
fresh out of the
Skeever. Good
oven.
for you, Gabe. Yeah.
So rates almost at half off here at $139 for travel through December 19th. That includes breakfast for 2 in the morning, and they'll throw in a several of those complimentary wine tasting vouchers for some of those downtown Solvang tasting rooms. And there's a great place called Checo there that my friend David Cicchini opened up a little while back, maybe about 2 years ago. I think the dining options, if you've not been in Solvang for a couple of years, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the new batch of dining options in downtown Solvang.
Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. When I think of taking a little break and heading up to an alpine lake and a cabin, I always think of the Sierra. I never think of Lake Arrowhead right outside Los Angeles, but it is a great getaway.
Yeah, it's a beautiful getaway. I grew up in L.A., and we would do these weekend getaways up to Lake Arrowhead. This is in the San Bernardino Mountains. You kept going up the mountain, you get up to Big Bear, but this is at about 6,900, 7,000 feet up the mountain, and it's just a beautiful, serene, great for summer activity, but great in the fall and obviously in the wintertime. It's a great, winter wonderland type of a getaway. So the Lake Arrowhead Vacation Rentals, this is the company that owns 9 different lodges. They've recently revamped all 9. They range from 2 to 5 bedrooms. So you could fit either a multi-generational family of 10, or you could just do it a nice little couples getaway or a family of 4. You get to pick the cabin you want. They have flat screen TVs. They have outdoor patios with barbecues, Wi-Fi, wood-burning fireplace. So it's rustic with all those great little amenities that we don't want to necessarily tear ourselves away from. So you can do a 2-night stay at the cabin of your choice here for $225. Travel through March 28th. So it does open up a nice fall time or winter time window for you.
I love it. All of the vacations thus far, the deals that Gabe has gone through have been right here in California. For this final one, we have about a minute left for you to talk a little bit about my favorite island, the Garden Island, Kauai.
Yeah, Kauai. Well, late August into just right about now is when finally prices in Hawaii begin to come down, both on the ground in hotels and resorts and airfare as well. So this is the Aqua Kauai Beach Resort in Kauai, 25 secluded acres right on the beach, 4 pools, including a 75-foot lava tube water slide. Great for families. In fact, a 5-night stay in a villa for a family of 4, $600. It's about
Wow.
$120 a night. You can do it for 3 nights. You can do 7 nights. You can, it's a great little add-on to a Maui getaway. But that's for travel November through, right from December 20th, Aqua Kauai.
Excellent. As predicted, we ran out of time and didn't get to a final one. Travelzoo.com/top 20 for Gabe's weekly list. Thank you, Gabe.
Hey, guys. Thanks very much.
Back in a moment.
Luna Red Restaurant in downtown San Luis Obispo is the perfect spot for a weekend brunch offered every Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Enjoy farm-to-table breakfast plates such as the Ribbit Benedicts, Mission Steak and Eggs, and quinoa waffles topped with fresh market berries. Or opt for a lunch plate such as the grilled Asian-style fish taco salad or the roast chicken bacon avocado sandwich. Lounge on the sunny patio with views of the historical Mission Plaza while savoring our bottomless mimosas offered from 9:30 a.m. to noon. Hang out on Sunday afternoons from 3 to 5 p.m. and catch our live music on the patio during $5 happy hour. Luna Red also accommodates large parties, so call us today to make a reservation. Follow us on Facebook for daily specials and visit our website, lunaredslo.com, to view current seasonal menus, our live music schedule, or check out our happy hour offerings. Luna Red is located at 1023 Choro Street at the corner of Monterey. Come to be fulfilled.
May is National Bike Month. Now, I used to be intimidated at the thought of biking to work. I worried about my outfit, the traffic, and the time. But my expanding waistline and rising gas prices helped me rethink that position. And last May, I tried riding to work. What an amazing change. In the years since I started riding to work, I've lost weight, saved money on gas, and canceled my gym membership. You should try it. Here are a few tips to help you get started. Alter your route for biking. Cars and bikes are both vehicles and both have a right to the road, but you'll feel more comfortable and more able to enjoy your ride if you choose less traveled streets. Ride with a friend the first few times, someone who has experience biking to work. They'll help you figure out how to carry your clothes, where to park your bike, and the easiest way to get to the office. Follow all the same rules you follow while driving. Signal before you turn, stop at all stop signs, and stay in the rightmost lane going in your direction. Biking to work is fun, easy, and enjoyable. Try it. For more tips and techniques on how to commute by bicycle or to find other cyclists in your area, visit bikeleague.org.
The Eat, Drink, Explore Media radio show you are currently enjoying is in a local affiliate commercial break. Live programming will return shortly. Did you know you can watch a live video simulcast of our Sunday morning and Thursday evening shows from your computer, smartphone, or tablet device? And to top it off, it's free. Simply head to eatdrinkexplore.com or download our free app from the Google Play or Apple App Store. If you have a suggestion for an upcoming guest segment, send an email to radio@eatdrinkexplore.com. We're always looking for fresh ideas, including yours. We love to share fresh, local, organic, seasonal, and sustainable ideas throughout the week. And the best place to find those are on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook feeds. Our username across the social networking universe is simple: Eat, Drink, Explore, all one word. Hey, college students, Eat, Drink, Explore Media is always looking for qualified journalism or marketing interns. Send us an email today so we can check your status and put you on the list for upcoming intern vacancies. Would you like to hear this Eat, Drink, Explore radio program on one of your local radio stations? Let the station know and contact us as well so we can get the ball rolling. Okay, you made it. The local affiliate commercial break is now over. Time for more informative and entertaining programming from Eat, Drink, Explore Media. Thank you for your patience.
Welcome back to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio network. Here now is your fabulous host, Mr. Randall White.
Alrighty, 9:33 the time right now on this Sunday fun day, and today is a fun day. Miss Hattie Pyburn is in studio, which is very exciting for me.
Good morning.
And you have arrived at California's #1 place to discuss all things food, beverages, travel, and tourism each and every week right here on this station from 8 to 10 in the morning. Our first hour is Market Fresh. Our second hour is all about happenings in the state and with a food and wine twist most often. This portion of Eat, Drink, Explore Radio is brought to you by our very good friends at Luna Red Restaurant just off Mission Plaza in downtown, historic downtown San Luis Obispo. You know, they have a new bottomless mimosa brunch that they just kicked down with a couple of weeks ago. Patty and I will be sauntering out of the studio at about 10 a.m. and hitting the patio there at Luna Red. Weather-wise, it will be perfect today. Anthony Ricardo also will be joining us, and it should be just a lot of fun. They also offer a late-night menu and full bar Thursday through Saturday, live entertainment on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock at night, and Sundays live on the patio today at 3 in the afternoon. So whether you're visiting San Luis Obispo or you call this wonderful stretch of the Central Coast your home, Luna Red is a locavore's dream. For more information, head to lunaredslo.com. All right, Patty, as we mentioned, today is September 1st, the very first day of the month. And boy, this month is full of all sort of national this, national that. We mentioned it was breakfast month. We mentioned it's
honey month.
Honey month, right? And what is organic harvest month as well. But the king, the big daddy of them all is it is California Wine Month. And lots of events are jam-packed within this stretch to think about all the different regions we have. I mean, it's California's. It's not just the Napa Valley, that is for sure. Gladys Horiuchi is with Discover California Wines and joins us on the line, as she did last year at this same time, to talk a little bit about what is special for 2013. Hi, Gladys.
Hi, Randall. Nice to invite you.
Yes.
To your show.
Good to have you on the show again. So this is the first day of the month, so people cannot say they weren't forewarned. We can discuss everything happening from now through the very end. What are some of the highlights? I don't know how you want to do this, if you want to move through geographically or time chronologically. It's up to you.
Probably geographically, but probably the first event I'd like to tell you about is the Wine Institute California Road Trip tasting in San Francisco on the 21st, because that is the place where we have 12 different wine regions all pouring in a single place. So if people can't get around the state, this is a great opportunity to taste wines from all, most of the regions. And of course, it's at a great setting at the San Francisco Ferry Building with artisan cheeses and fruits and prosciutto. And
Gladys, which day is that?
That's Saturday, September 21st.
Okay, and so you can cross the New Bay Bridge.
That's right, to get to it.
Take your very first exit, head over to the Embarcadero, and whoam, you're there. I love that.
Right, and I know they're also giving away several trips for two to California wine country. So
that's fantastic.
It's a very intimate tasting, I think, about 300 people, and so it'll be a good chance to also perhaps win a trip and learn about wine with some of the up-and-coming winemakers that we have invited to the tasting.
Yeah, there's no better way to enjoy California wine country than to have it handed to you for free via a trip. I would love that. And as much as I think I'm an expert on California wine country, there are still regions that I have yet to visit. I certainly could delve a little more into the California foothills, that wine growing region there, the Temecula region I'm not very familiar with. I would love to dabble some more in the Santa Cruz Mountain region as well. So we're so jam-packed with wine regions, it's great. So let's continue in the Bay Area. There must be another offering in that realm.
Well, sure. The thing about California is that we make 90% of the country's wine, and so literally there is wine country just about everywhere. We have, of course, Napa, Sonoma, Mendocino, and Sonoma, of course, just this weekend is having their wine country weekend, and there are 200 wineries sponsoring all sorts of events, from cooking demonstrations and vineyard tours and winemaking dinners and parties at Francis Ford Coppola Winery in Chateau St. Jean. So that one is major, and of course it benefits charities. And then Mendocino has got their wine song charity auction and tasting, and that's really a fun event because you can walk through the botanical gardens, and there are tables set up through the gardens you can try food and then wine, and that's really fun too. So, and then further down in Livermore Valley, they've got their Passport weekend, and so what's really nice is you park at one place, you get on a bus, and then they cart you to all the different 45 wineries throughout the valley for various events. So that's
good. So you don't have to drive.
Right. So you don't have to worry about that issue.
It is nice.
And of course, Santa Cruz has got their organic wine trail, and so of course, organic wine grape growing sustainability is throughout the state, but they have organized it so that you can learn about that aspect for those people who are interested in the organic wine growing practices.
Yeah, you can combine 2 months in one.
I was gonna say, that ties in nicely with the Organic Harvest Month.
Right, exactly.
Well, actually, I think every month is California Wine Month. But
yeah, well, we're not going to argue with you about that, Gladys.
But
so,
they picked September because it is harvest time, and so there's some special, interesting things going on. You can perhaps catch a glimpse of a winemaker working, or the grapes are being brought in and poured into the crusher stemmer, and of course there's the smell of fresh fruit throughout the winery. So, and then of course there's harvest parties and grape stomp events and things related to harvest. So
everyone has to do a grape stomp once in their life, I believe. You'll do it and then you're done with it, but you got to do it at least once.
I keep thinking of that I Love Lucy.
I was thinking of that too.
I think about a YouTube news clip of a newscast.
That news reporter.
Of the news reporter who fell out of the wine barrel.
Yes.
Fortunately, she was not. She was hurt, but she's fine now.
It was the wine made it better.
Right. Right.
Right. But it's a fun time though. And then for the Napa Valley, they have actually are focused on being the sponsor of the America's Cup race in the Bay Area this month. And there's public access areas to watch the race, and Piers 27 and 29 is one of those places. And I know the Napa Valley has set up a wine lounge there, and you can try wines by the glass and light bites. So that'll be fun for those people who are sailing enthusiasts and wine enthusiasts.
On the Central Coast, Gladys, we have Savor the Central Coast. That's part of California Wine Month, is it not?
Well, that's their event, and it happens to be in September, and so we're happy that's going on because it is such a great weather time, and that's a major event with 200 wineries participating with cooking demonstrations and seminars and adventure tours. I think there's even zip lining, and then, of course, there's a fabulous party at Hearst Castle and also at Pismo Beach and Viña Robles Winery. So that one is not to be missed.
Yeah, not a single one of those events because it's a grouping of events. Savor is, and there's not a single one that doesn't include California wine in there somewhere.
Right, I'd love to get to that one. That's on my list, my bucket list. So, and then of course down in Southern California, they have really stepped up, and Temecula Valley is so close to LA, so they are really a destination, wine destination for that area, and they've got the Crush Annual Wine and Culinary Showcase happening on the 14th, and then a passport weekend where you buy a passport and you can visit wineries, 35 wineries, any time of the month on this one pass. So, and then of course there's the LA Taste event, and and even in the foothills there's the annual Lake Tahoe Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, right. So,
right.
I forgot about that. The foothills, they specialize in, I forget the name of it. Is it Barbera or
Barbera?
Barbera, right? And they have like a Barbera festival. I'm not sure if it's this month or not, but I know that.
Oh, really? I'm not even familiar with that one. I know that Zinfandel, Old Vine Zinfandel is up there. A lot of the Italian and Rhone varieties. But that's a fun area.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic and just so beautiful as well. Not only does California Wine Month fall during the harvest, like you said, so you can, maybe catch a glimpse of some of the magic of winemaking, but this is one of our best weather months of the entire year. So, boy, that really
perfect for that. Yeah,
it's like hand in hand with wine tasting. So many wineries offer. My favorite thing to do is not to go wine tasting, but to visit the winery and utilize their picnic grounds. Buy a bottle of their wine, of course,
and enjoy a picnic.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Gladys, I'm paging through all the events because you have literally pages of events for this month, and I noticed one in Lompoc, the library tasting. That sounds interesting.
What does that one involve, Patty?
It's at one of the wineries in Lompoc, which I think Lompoc is a little bit of kind of a hidden, not a lot of people think of wine tasting there.
Yeah, they have their wine ghetto, which is interesting. They call it that.
Right, so, yes, yeah. You didn't name it that. So yeah, library wines in our tasting room. This is with brewer Clifton Winery.
Oh,
well,
cool.
I would think every winery sets aside bottles from each vintage so they can do tastings that they can compare a single type of wine through each vintage. So it's a vertical tasting. I imagine might be what they would be doing with the library tasting, where they're pulling out the old vintages so you can compare how wines age for people who are really, into that sort of educational experience.
Yeah, it is an educational month, to be sure, and something not to be missed. If you want to find an event near you, if we didn't touch on something, discover CaliforniaWines.com for more information. Gladys Horiuchi with Discover California Wines, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you next September,
okay.
if not sooner. Stick around, everyone. It's all about the skunk train coming up next.
Hey, Central Coast locals, it is time to save 15% on your tickets to this year's Sunset Savor the Central Coast main event, Saturday and Sunday, September 28th and 29th. It's easy. Just visit savorcentralcoast.com, enter the promo code LOCAL during checkout, and voila, your savings are complete. This year's theme is Time to Play, so why not play at a discount while learning tips from top celebrity chefs, tasting some of the area's best local wines, as well as farm-to-plate culinary creations. Runners, you too can save an additional $10 on the inaugural Savor Run, a 5 and 10K walk run through downtown San Luis Obispo. Not only do you save money, but a portion of your entry fee also helps local cancer survivors with fitness programs. So do it now, before time runs out. You only have until the end of the month to cash in on these savings. Visit SavorCentralCoast.com. Use the promo code LOCAL. See you at the main event.
The award-winning Sunset Savor the Central Coast is once again set to highlight San Luis Obispo County this September 26th to the 29th. Many of your favorite events are returning to the lineup, as well as some new ways to play. Don't miss Sunset in the Vineyard on Saturday, September 28th at the Vina Robles Amphitheater. Start the night under a star-filled Paso sky with a food and wine reception. Celebrity chef Michael Voltaggio will be on hand for a special book signing, and Grammy Award-winning Kobe Calais will perform her hit songs. Also new this year is the Savor Run, a 5 and 10K run or walk through downtown San Luis Obispo on Sunday, September 29th. A portion of your entry fee for this event helps rehabilitate local cancer survivors. For these events and more ways to play at this year's Sunset Savor the Central Coast, visit SavorCentralCoast.com.
The Eat, Drink, Explore Media radio show you are currently enjoying is in a local affiliate commercial break. Live programming will return shortly. Did you know you can watch a live video simulcast of our Sunday morning and Thursday evening shows from your computer, smartphone, or tablet device? And to top it off, it's free. Simply head to eatdrinkexplore.com or download our free app from the Google Play or Apple App Store. If you have a suggestion for an upcoming guest segment, send an email to radio@eatdrinkexplore.com. We're always looking for fresh ideas, including yours. We love to share fresh, local, organic, seasonal, and sustainable ideas throughout the week. And the best place to find those are on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook feeds. Our username across the social networking universe is simple: Eat, Drink, Explore, all one word. Hey, college students, Eat, Drink, Explore Media is always looking for qualified journalism or marketing interns. Send us an email today so we can check your status and put you on the list for upcoming intern vacancies. Would you like to hear this Eat, Drink, Explore radio program on one of your local radio stations? Let the station know and contact us as well so we can get the ball rolling. Okay, you made it. The local affiliate commercial break is now over. Time for more informative and entertaining programming from Eat, Drink, Explore Media. Thank you for your patience.
And welcome to the program, everyone. Great to have you with us here at 9:49 on a Sunday fun day, as we like to call it, here on the Eat, Drink, Explore radio network. I should let you know that for any of the topics we've discussed today in the 8 o'clock hour or the 9 o'clock hour, you can find more information online at eatdrinkexplore.com. Also, if you're curious about what it looks like to broadcast a radio show, we do a video simulcast that you can watch there as well, which is kind of fun. We probably put a little more work into these than most. If you've ever gone online, usually it's just sort of a studio camera, but both Patty and I, my cohort here this morning, Patty Pyburn, and I have combined about 40 years of television experience, so we look at radio shows entirely differently.
Yes.
We like to have radio with pictures, as we call it. So For this final segment, we want to let you know about a gem. I believe it's a gem up on the North Coast, Mendocino County to be specific. It's called the Skunk Train, and you can take it from Willits to the coast and back, or you can just do a halfway sort of thing. There's a midpoint where
A little jaunt.
yeah, where you can get out and take it back if you don't want to do the entire stretch. But the Skunk Train has been down for most of the summer and also into a portion of the spring because one of their tunnels collapsed, making it impossible for the train to get through. So crews have spent the entire first portion of the summer clearing that away, and a lot of the money donated for this to happen to get the Skunk Train up and running again, which is pretty cool. So we are happy to say that it is now moving again, and it's one of the only ways that you can see some of this very rugged country, a stretch of the California mountainous coast that is just littered with redwood trees and all sorts of foliage that we don't have throughout the rest of the state because it's technically a rainforest up there. And not a rainforest like we think of, on a tropical island.
Right. It's a redwood rainforest.
Yeah, it's a temperate rainforest, and it is, full of just ferns and rhododendrons and everything you can think of. A beautiful, beautiful
The pictures
stretch.
are amazing.
It really is, and hats off to the crew who got this going. So the Skunk Train, if you want more information about it, head to skunktrain.com. It's that simple. To learn more. We're working to get our guest on the line right now, Robert Jason Pinoli, the chief skunk. We'll have him on in just a minute. So that's good to know. One of the towns that it connects is part of some controversy right now as well, Patty. He's on the line right now? No, I just set up that.
I can't wait to hear about the controversy.
We'll talk about that in just a moment. But Robert's on the line right now, and Robert Jason Pinoli to talk a little bit about what it's like to be a chief skunk. And Robert, I want to thank you, first of all, for coming back on the show. We had him on a couple of weeks ago and didn't realize at the time we weren't broadcasting to our stations. So
here we go again.
I appreciate this, Robert. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. And how are you this morning?
Much better, because our listeners can actually hear us. So
excellent.
That always makes a big difference.
It does.
So how long has the train been re-operational now?
We resumed full operation the 17th of August, so a couple of weeks since we had, with the tunnel was closed because of that cave-in.
Right. And how's the turnout been? Because I imagine for some people, the news doesn't get to them that the train's not operating. And so were you able to, did the media sort of help you out and boost the numbers?
It has. It's the awareness is always good, and it's extremely helpful because you're right. Some people, they hear that, the Skunk Train is temporarily shuttered and it's not operating its full route because of a tunnel cave-in, and then they never hear sort of the follow-up. I will say that the coverage and the communication that we've had with the media through this whole process has been fantastic in that they've kept everybody up to date on how work is progressing, and certainly with the reopening of the full railroad, it's an important economic driver in Mendocino County.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures on your website, and it looks like such an amazing trip. And you offer different packages. What's the favorite? What's the popular one?
Well, our most popular trip is the half-day trip, which is Fort Bragg to the Midpoint North Spur and return. And that's a 40-mile scenic round trip. It's about 4 hours in length. That trip is very popular. Some of our newer trips that we're offering, like our tracks to kayaks, where you ride the train up to North Spur, ride partway back, get off the train, and then kayak back down the Noyo River.
Ooh, I like that one.
That sounds really cool.
That's the one I'm doing if I go.
It is a very cool trip, and Randall, we'd love to have you come out for that trip.
That'd be great.
that trip is great because it is very limited in its seating. We keep the impact on the river to a minimum, and so the days we operate that trip, we have very few guests that can partake in it.
Robert, we call it the Skunk Train, like there's just one.
You're
but...
asking my question.
Oh,
Why?
really?
Why?
Oh, well, there's actually two things.
Okay.
Why is it called the Skunk
Right.
Train? And number two, there's more than one engine, right? Or is there only
Yes.
one that's called the Skunk Train?
So there's more than one engine that pulls our train. But how we got the name Skunk Train, historically and even today, this railroad is known as California Western Railroad. That is the railroad's historic name, and that really became overshadowed in 1925 when the railroad purchased some single-unit, self-propelled rail cars. They look very similar to a trolley car. They're completely enclosed, and they operate under their own power. They had gas engines for power, pot-bellied stoves that burnt crude oil, and that was used for heat. The combination of the fumes created a very pungent odor.
Aha.
And the old-timers who lived along the railroad said that these little buses were like skunks. You could always smell them before you could see them. And so it was that year that the character, our skunk mascot, was created. 3 years, mind you, before Mickey Mouse was created. And really, from that point forward, the railroad garnered the nickname Skunk Train, and it stuck. And today, that's what we're known by.
I love that story.
Hey, Robert, in the few seconds we have left, I want to give a big thumbs up to the crew that helped clear this tunnel. And some of the funds for that, I know, came from an organization in San Francisco, Friends of the Redwoods or something like that.
Save the Redwoods League, yes.
Save the Redwoods League. So thank you so much to the Save the Redwoods League. Also, for more information on the Skunk Train, like I said, skunktrain.com. Robert Jason Pinoli, the Chief Skunk, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you, and all aboard.
All aboard. And this is where our train stops right now. Patty and I are headed out the door. Thanks for joining us today. We are headed to Luna Red if you want to join us there in downtown San Luis Obispo. And we'll catch you back here next week.
You've been listening to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio program. If you missed any of our segments today, look for them online or through our free Apple and Android apps. Catch you back right here next week.
The Eat, Drink, Explore Media radio show you are currently enjoying is in a local